Australian professional tennis player Nick Kyrgios has become the first athlete to sign with Naomi Osaka's newly launched sports agency, Evolve. The Japanese professional athlete announced in May of 2022 that she was partnering with her agent Stuart Duguid to form the agency. After nearly 6 years with IMG, Osaka and Duguid announced their departure from the pioneer agency to start one of their own. Kyrgios has expressed his excitement about being represented by Osaka and Duguid, saying that the move made complete sense. Here's what we know. First up, we'll start with Nick Kyrgios telling interviewers he's excited to be on board. According to the agency's website, Evolve seeks to compensate athletes for their time and name. According to recent changes in name, image, and likeness (NIL) laws, athletes have more control over their branding. Traditionally, sporting agencies would extend these rights to themselves and market their clients' autographs, media posts, signings, and product endorsements. The sports agency claims to be dedicated to building its clients' legacy on and off the field. After 6 years with IMG, Osaka decided not to renew her contract with the agency, which had terminated in 2021. Her talent agent, Duguid, followed suit, and by May of 2022, they announced a joint endeavor, Evolve. In June, Australian professional tennis player Nick Kyrgios announced that he would become the agency's first client. Kyrgios stated that the move from IMG to Evolve made complete sense. The 2014 Wimbledon quarterfinalist said that he had been looking for the next big thing throughout his career, and almost immediately decided to join Osaka's agency. Osaka and Kyrgios stated that they planned on working off of what the two professional tennis players had built and continued to push it forward. Duguid, who had previously worked with Kyrgios while being the vice president of Evolve, said that he was excited to have the young athlete on board, calling him one of one. According to the Evolve stakeholder, the newly founded agency aimed at representing a small number of generational athletes, whose influence transcended that on the court. Now, what is Naomi Osaka looking to change in the sporting world with Evolve? Japanese professional tennis player Naomi Osaka enjoys a respected and unique place in the game. She's the world's top-ranking WTA player and is the first Asian in history to have held the title. Her career highs include 7 WTA titles and 2 back-to-back Grand Slam wins at the 2018 US Open and the 2019 Australian Open. In 2020, Osaka was named the world's most marketable athlete and the highest-earning female athlete of all time based on an annual income for that year. The professional athlete is a known supporter of several activist movements, including the Black Lives Matter movement. Consequently, Osaka has been named one of Time's 100 most influential people in the world in 2019, 2020, and 2021. Notwithstanding Osaka's career, activism, and the fact that she's among a rare group of athletes who have openly talked about their struggles with mental health, IMG was thrilled to have her aboard. As one of the most marketable players in the world, Osaka's endorsements and signings reigned in the talent agency millions. After 6 years with IMG, Osaka decided it was in her best interest not to renew her contract for another term. A few months later, Evolve was born. Based on Osaka's talent agency's official website, the company is dedicated to allowing athletes to be in more control over their brand. This includes their name, likelihood, and their endorsements. Essentially, an agency that upholds its clients' legacy while giving them an equal share in what is rightfully owed to them. The talent agency will handle their clients' marketing, legal, management, creative branding and partnerships, charity, sponsorship, e-commerce, events, and investment opportunities. Kyrgios is their first client, but the Australians' relationship with Osaka isn't new. The two were spotted training together earlier in 2022, and rumors were abuzz of the players playing alongside one another for mixed doubles at Wimbledon. The latter hasn't come to fruition yet, but our fingers are crossed. It looks like Stuart Duguid and Naomi Osaka are thrilled to have Nick Kyrgios. 27-year-old Australian professional tennis player Nick Kyrgios is one of the most famous tennis players to have come from the land down under. The player is among a handful of Aussies competing in the 2022 The Championships at Wimbledon, but Kyrgios is arguably the athlete with the most fanfare. Kyrgios himself, like Osaka, is a highly marketable player. The athlete is among a limited number of players who have won against the big three in tennis: Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, and Novak Djokovic. At his first appearance in Wimbledon, no less, Kyrgios managed to make it to the quarterfinals. The young athlete has been playing tennis since the age of 5 and became a professional athlete in the same year he was welcomed as a wildcard entry at the Australian Open. Perhaps another reason that makes Kyrgios a notable player is his several outbursts on the court. This includes, but is in no way limited to, cursing, picking a fight with an umpire, picking a fight with a lineman, picking a fight with a fan, throwing his racket, and tanking a game. Duguid had several reasons to call Kyrgios one of one. Notwithstanding his remarkable skills on the court, he's a notable player off as well. The former vice president of IMG had previously worked with Kyrgios and recognized the need for a player like him in Evolve. Kyrgios embodies the types of athletes we want to work with at Evolve, Osaka told a reporter. But why is Evolve working with limited clients? Evolve stands out for two reasons. One, it was co-founded by one of the most notable names in tennis, and two, it's pledged to work with a limited clientele, specifically with generational clients. What does that mean? Based on the information on Evolve's website and Duguid's statements, the newly founded company is dedicated to building a name for itself and its clients. This includes establishing a legacy for the athletes and allowing them to market off their name, image, and likeliness. The sporting industry is valued at over $1 trillion. Most of the money comes from merchandise sales, wherein a player's name and likeness are used, but their agents profit more from the sale than the players themselves. In Osaka's case, she made millions of dollars. With a limited clientele, Evolve aspires to build a brand image for its athletes, including their marketing, endorsements, investments, and philanthropic endeavors. Evolve is an agency that's mainly focused on investing, brand partnerships, philanthropy, and creating businesses owned by athletes. Alternatively, Evolve is trying to build a name for themselves by servicing clients of every generation, that is, Gen Z, millennials, and such. The idea behind it hasn't been expressed by either Osaka or Duguid, but based on assessments and a few educated guesses, the idea of having a limited number of players that cater towards one generation, in particular, mitigates the need to have multiple players catering to different people. In Kyrgios' case, he caters to Generation Z. The 27-year-old made history by becoming one of the youngest players to defeat the Big Three. People, mostly in their teens, therefore started following Kyrgios, someone they aspired to be. Plus, younger players relate to younger audiences. Even though the masses adore tennis legends such as Serena Williams and Rafael Nadal, there are only a few names in a game with hundreds of players. Love or hate him, you definitely can't keep your eyes off him. If you go to any junior tennis tournament, you'll see Nick's influence. For Gen Z and younger, he's absolutely the icon, remarked the former vice president of IMG. Finally, is Evolve a threat to IMG? The International Management Group, or IMG, has been operational since early 2013. The sporting agency is headquartered in New York City and represents high-profile names in the world of fashion, commerce, and tennis. Their clientele includes the world's most renowned athletes, including Serena Williams, Maria Sharapova, Venus Williams, and, up until recently, Naomi Osaka and Nick Kyrgios. Back in 2019, IMG Tennis had to make a formal apology on behalf of Mark Rydell, who was among those arrested in the United States' nationwide college bribery scandal. Rydell, once a tennis player himself, was working with IMG Academy. After his arrest and ahead of his trial, IMG announced that the agency would be suspending the former athlete. Besides Mark Rydell's arrest, IMG has managed to stay out of the public eye. Rumors suggest that their marketing agency is making millions, if not billions of dollars off their players' names and likeness, with a limited percentage being given to the players themselves. However, it's been suggested that players are bound by non-disclosure agreements to keep the terms of their association under wraps. Is Evolve a threat to IMG? While the company is still relatively new, having signed its first clientele in June of 2022, Evolve might just give IMG a run for its money. It was primarily considering the fact that the newly founded agency gives players more control over their branding, endorsements, and their image. Alright, that's all on Nick Kyrgios becoming the first player to sign on with Naomi Osaka's talent agency. Let us know what you think about the partnership in the comments down below. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. We'll see you back here with another video. Until next time.